Imagine a courtroom where neither judge nor jury are human, but instead, gleaming algorithms sift through witnesses, sift through precedent, and deliver a verdict with chilling, flawless logic. Would we trust that verdict? In this age, when machines have begun to pass judgments, large and small, we are forced to ask, when our tools start to define right and wrong, who, or what, is the true author of morality? For most of human history, debates over good and evil have happened by firelight, in temples and town squares, shaped by voices wrestling with gods, traditions, and uncertain hearts. Morality was forged in the messy crucible of community, traditions argued over generations, stories handed down, each life adding a brushstroke to a living mosaic. Even now, whether or not we pray, our sense of right and wrong is steeped in millennia of parables, fears, and aspirations. Now, for the first time, there is something alien in the mix: statistical models, lines of code, neural nets, cold, systemic judges that can parse oceans of data and propose answers without ever breaking a sweat, shedding a tear, or feeling the tremble of remorse. There are already places where morality, or at least its shadow, is being mapped by machines. Social media algorithms decide what is harmful or acceptable, while risk assessment algorithms advise judges on the likelihood that a defendant will offend again, nudging sentences and, in effect, lives. Self-driving cars are programmed with ethical preferences. Should they swerve into one obstacle or another? Should they prioritize their passengers over pedestrians? Each line of code buries a question the Greeks would have debated for days: what is owed, to whom, and who decides? The programmers, one might say, not the algorithms, are to blame or to praise. But in practice, as these systems grow vast and complex, even their creators cannot see every outcome. Responsibility blurs as quickly as the horizon in a heavy fog. In one sense, nothing has changed. Machines, after all, are still designed by humans, and they inherit our biases as inevitably as children inherit the quirks of their parents. The ancient worry of Socrates, whether virtue can be taught, or bought, or outsourced, echoes here, for if we delegate the work of choosing good to a machine, do we remain moral agents, or have we quietly surrendered that role? But machines differ from children in one crucial way: they do not grow by questioning us. Instead, they lock our imperfect values into systems that operate at a scale and speed that quickly outstrip our ability to monitor or correct. Unlike the lawgiver Moses, whose uncertainty trembling atop Mount Sinai became the very drama of moral history, a machine lacks the capacity for doubt. It delivers decisions with the unblinking assurance of mathematics, whether those decisions are wise or not. Consider, for contrast, the haunting story of Abraham about to sacrifice Isaac, a moment of utter moral ambiguity that has tormented theologians and philosophers for centuries. Would a machine comprehend the layers of agony, faith, and protest in that moment? Or would it, armed with rules and weighted probabilities, reduce Abraham's dilemma to a binary calculation of obedience versus harm? The richness of human morality lies precisely in its uncertainties, in the way compassion can clash with justice, or loyalty with truth, and how, in those collisions, we discover something irreducibly human about ourselves. Of course, there is a seductive promise at play. Machines, unmoved by hunger or greed, might one day offer us justice stripped of tribal prejudices, compassion free from fatigue. Yet history, and literature, warn us to be careful what we wish for. The ancient myth of King Midas is instructive. The desire for flawless efficiency led not to plenty, but to a world stripped of its very life. So too, a morality perfected by machines risks becoming sterile, technically correct, but spiritually vacant. To paraphrase Dostoevsky, if there is no trembling soul at the heart of justice, can there be justice at all? The theologian Reinhold Niebuhr once wrote that human beings are forever, simultaneously sinners and moralists, capable of terrible error, yet also of transcendent grace. In automating our moral decisions, we might hope to escape the agony of choice and the shadow of failure. Yet it is in wrestling with uncertainty, in the struggle itself, that communities forge empathy, accountability, and dignity. To place our faith in algorithmic judgment is not merely to borrow another brain, it is to outsource our very willingness to rise and fall, to forgive and atone. If machines begin to define right and wrong, the deepest risk is not that they will make faulty judgments. Humans have always done so, but that we, seeking convenience, will forget the art of judgment altogether. Morality is not a destination to be reached once and for all, but a journey etched into every decision, every act of care or courage or restraint. For now, the burden and beauty of moral choice remain ours. The real question for the age of machines is not whether they can be moral, but whether we will remember how to be.